Just grab that, man, will you, for crying out loud. Say that's not clever. I'm sorry, that is not acceptable. I'm putting the vote in. I don't expect the Minister to walk through, especially when the whips tell him. Mr Lancaster, you're better than that normally. Order! Miss Gibson, it's very good to hold the choir, but what I would say is, I personally don't mind singing, but I certainly can't allow it in the chamber. Because before we know it, we could hear other tunes, and I don't want to get into that. So, you know, and some of them haven't quite got the voice on this side of the chamber as what they might have on there. So please, I don't want to sing off within the chamber. It's very good of you, much appreciated, but if you can just leave it for a little while. It's been very tense week already. I just don't need any extra. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Oh, sorry, Mr Deputy Speaker, sorry.
I may be called Lindsay. Clause 1 be read a second time as order.
Jeremy.
Sit!
Jeremy.
Just sit, Jeremy, a minute. The question is that new clause 1 be read a second. That is absolute disgrace. Okay. Right, we'll try again and see if we can make progress. Somebody who's been in the House so long should know better. The question is the income tax motion. As many of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
On the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. Yeah. The ayes have it.
I note that honourable members opposite were given as much time as they wanted to make their points, and I intend to take as much time as is my right to make my point.
Order. I think the honourable lady's come to an end. Can we have the Minister, please?
Thank you, Mr Hoyle.
Mr Salmon, you should know better. Order. 1 second. A point of order, Mr Salmon.
It's quite clear that the Honourable Lady had not resumed her seat, sir. Being in the chair accords you many privileges, but you cannot reinterpret the wishes of an honourable member who is on her feet.
Mr Salmon, as the chair, I have the right to make decisions on this House. Just a moment. What I would say is, quite rightly, I wanted to bring the Honourable Lady in, which I did. When the SNP whip comes and gives me ask for me to give a couple of minutes to ensure that you've got another voice, which I did. I certainly don't expect advantages to be taken of the chair on the agreement that I made. That's the difference. Sit down.
Thank you, Mr Hoyle. Thank you, Mr Hoyle, and thank you for the chairing of this debate.
Mr Salmon. Oh, Mr Wishart, calm down. It's a very serious matter. It's so serious that I want to hear what the Minister's got to say. In response to where we are. I think it's very serious. I want to hear it.
Well, this is a hugely important debate.
Order! Mr Salmon, can you just clarify something for me?
To speak 30 minutes without any admonition from the chair.
Order! Mr Salmon,
Forced your colleague to sit down.
Absolutely.
Temperatures are running quite high. We need to just calm it down. In fairness, I've been very generous in coming into the chair. Mr Wishart, we don't need any extra help just for the moment. Can I just say, I want to hear, and you would expect to hear, what the Minister's got to say in response to the opening speeches, which I believe you would have wanted answers to. Now, the fact is, I believe this House also wants to hear what the Minister's got to say. The last thing I wanted to do was take up the time on points of order, because in the end we'll not hear what the Minister's got to say. Now, I understand you may have used some unparliamentary language to me. I'm sure that's not the kind of person that you are, and I'm sure you didn't. I'm saying I don't know. No, I didn't. I'm saying I'm sure it wasn't the case. That's what I said. I didn't accuse you, far from it. Now then, what I want to do is let's get the Minister on his feet.
Mr Hoyle, thank you, Mr Hoyle. And we've heard from all four corners of the United Kingdom. Everyone who has spoken in this debate agrees on the importance of engaging closely with the devolved administrations and legislatures as we embark upon the forthcoming negotiations.
I have to say, I have great respect for you as a chair, but I hope you can understand the frustration that we all feel that only 2 SNP MPs have been called in this debate, which is important to the future of Scotland and our position within Europe. And I'm asking what you can do to make sure in this debate that the voice of the people of Scotland is heard correctly. It has not been heard this evening to the extent that it should.
Can I just say to you, I've walked into the chair, I've tried to ensure there was a second voice, which we're listening to. That's what I agreed to, and that's what I've done. In fairness, I think you've done better than was going to happen, and in which case, let's see what the Minister's got to say.